¿Qué onda, mi gente? It's your boy Dwell. Another episode of Sideways is about to start. How's everybody doing? First of all, I want to say what's up to all my subscribers, the little subscribers I have. I just want to say thanks, gracias, por los views que me dan, por los comments que me dan. I got a couple videos out there that do got a couple thousand. So, gracias. Keep checking out my videos, keep checking out my raps. I wanna see some more views on those, some comments, some good ones hopefully, like I said, I do music too, so I would like to see some more support on those. I have a lot of old videos, which those have gathered up some views, but recently I dropped a couple of videos on their music, a couple jams basically on there. So check them out, man. Let me know what you think. I hope everybody's doing good. It's been like I said in my last episodes, I've been busy, so I haven't really made too much time to make videos, but I am. I got a lot of stuff on my mind, and like I said, I'll be coming at it sideways. For those who don't know me, I go by Dwell. I know I've introduced myself in a couple of my past videos as Dwell, and but this is sideways, so I gotta keep basically reintroducing myself. I'm not gonna do it too much, maybe in the first couple episodes or first videos that I do, but stay tuned, man, and hopefully I get some more likes and some more subscribers, some more views, and see where we take it from here. Like I've said before, like I just mentioned, I got a lot of stuff in my head. First of all, I want to send shout outs to Todo Cleaning Services for providing with this VC hat. VC means Valencia Construction. That's what I was talking about in my last episode, that I got two jobs, my 9 to 5 and my business that I'm starting up. I just got my contractor license last year, so little by little I've been putting that into work. So basically that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, and regarding work wise, cause there's a lot of people I see that want to do stuff and just don't jump into it, or they can't. I mean, I'm not nobody to really talk like I'm someone big, but I could give some advice in that route. I've always worked since I was I've always liked working with my hands, and I know a lot of people are the same way. They can't go to school, or they don't like school, or they just drop out and they rather use their hands. But at the same time, they put their hands in the wrong place, or they use their hands for the wrong things. So this is just where I'm gonna go. I've been working. I started working at 16 years old. 16 officially was my first time I got an official job. I never thought I'd be a construction worker. Technically, I'm officially a construction worker. You know what I mean? As of now, besides my business, I'm a general contractor in my business, which means I could pretty much do everything in regards to construction. I could run my business that way. Sorry, that was my phone. It takes a little while to set up, man. It takes a little while to set up. But yeah, so I forgot to turn off my phone. But yeah, so I'm a carpenter. I'm in the carpenters union. 7 years already. So I'll go back and forth. You know what I mean? I might mention some things I don't talk about, some things useful, and I might not mention everything, because I'm also trying not to make a long video, that way everybody could watch. But I started at 16. I would always help out at the house, because I'm a type of guy that, like I said, I wouldn't like school. So half the time my parents were working, so I just won't go to school, or I ditch. You know what I mean? And I got a lot of views on that too, regarding that. This is, like I said, I like making videos for all the people, for all the raza and everybody else. You know what I mean? That sometimes, we can help each other out, because at the end, this is what I want my platform to be, something positive. So yeah, like I said, I always wash their cars so I wouldn't get in trouble. They'd come home to a clean house, wash their cars on the weekend. And they understood, they're gente from Mexico that came here at a young age and didn't have an opportunity to go to school. So they understand that they couldn't do much, or they couldn't influence me much in that school perspective, because they couldn't understand. But for sure, they put it in my head they put that work ethic in my head. So at 16, I started working. I did telemarketing. I did that for about 2-3 weeks. Everybody would hang up on me. You know what I mean? So I gave up. I don't even think I got a check for those 2 weeks, because I think you get paid for how many calls you can secure and sell or whatnot. After that, I got hooked up working at Northgate on Main and McFadden, right there in Santana. I know a lot of you people know that. I did that for a good while. And it was part-time, 16, 17. And then I jumped out thanks to one of my friends. He hooked me up from old friends. I don't really see him too much, but hopefully he's doing good. Shout outs to Matt. He hooked me up at a mail spot. And I did that it's kind of like FedEx. You could ship stuff out, FedEx, UPS. You go there, you can buy a P.O. box right there. You deliver and you buy. It's a little store. It was good experience there too. But I'm a type of guy that couldn't or can't stick to the same thing. If I don't see it working out or I don't see moving, I like moving up. I can't stay in the same 9 to 5, for the longest time. And I know a lot of people that get too comfortable. A lot of my friends, I've seen them get too comfortable in their 9 to 5, and they don't I don't see them. For the longest time, I never saw somebody want to move up or try better. And I've always tried better, you know what I mean? Even though I hung out in the streets a lot with a lot of rebels, delincuentes, that just like causing havoc in the street, I still always put my mind on going to school. I tried, I one way or another, I graduated high school. I didn't graduate a real high school. I graduated a continuation school. And we could go on that too. But eventually, we could talk about that later. But eventually, through one of my mutual friends, my one of my friends, old friends too, he introduced me to a school called Taller San Jose, where it was school and you got paid for it. Taller San Jose is based out of Santana. It basically helped out people from Santana that wanted to do something better, and you got paid for school. It was a construction school, so right there they taught you the book part of it. It was a 3-month course, which you can't learn a lot, but it kind of sparks your mind, and that's the important thing, that it sparks the idea in your head. And then from there, my dad, a lot of my family, they're construction people. My dad was a laborers union, so one thing he always told me, if you don't want to go to school and you don't want to work, I'll put you in the laborers union, however I can, but I don't recommend it. Why? Because and this is what a lot of people dicen, and I used to hear it a lot growing up. Hijo, usted que es de aquí, puede ser cosas grandes. You could do bigger stuff. It took me a long time to realize what that meant, and a couple years back, it clicked to my head. You know what I mean? After Taller San Jose, I graduated, got paid every week, which was cool. I loved it. Like I said, a lot of us did it. I wasn't a school guy. I didn't really like going to school, but I always felt school to some extent is gonna help. Even now, I think about going to school. I did take some college courses throughout my life, but I never graduated because it's hard. I'm not a school guy, but I accomplished a couple things in college. But like I said, I didn't get an AA. I got some certificates in construction technology. But after that, that school, Taller San Jose, introduced us to AGC, which is an apprenticeship program. And one thing I always wanted to be was a carpenter. That's what I am now. Not that I wished or I wanted to be, but I said that's what I'd want to try out. So I went to go sign up, and they gave me an option. It was about 2009 when the economy was slowing down. Maybe 2006 or 2007 actually. It was weird. It was those slow times. So that guy there, his name was Sergio at AGC, told me, "Hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to work or do you want to be a carpenter?" I'm like, I want to be a carpenter, but in reality, I want to work. Because at that point, I just had turned 18, and I didn't want to. I still live with my parents, so I didn't want to be bugging them for money. Even though I didn't do it too much since I started working at a young age, but I was like, I'm already 18 basically. I can't depend on nobody. So I said, yeah, I want to work. He's like, okay, so check it out. I got a painter position available. And that apprenticeship, they offered you drywallers, carpenters, which is cement carpenters, metal stud framers, concrete carpenters. Yeah, did I just say that? And painting, and I don't remember the other ones. So I just said, yeah, I do it. So yeah, 2 days later, I'm a painter. And I did that about 7 years. Considered non-union. I graduated my apprenticeship. That apprenticeship program is real good. It's called AGC. I recommend it. It's non-union though, but you get paid. They send you to prevailing wage jobs because they work with the state. So I loved it. They start you out at about $16, and once you journey out, every period you get paid, which I loved it. And the you know, like I'm union now, so it's gonna go back and forth. Yeah, I went back and forth, but there was non-union. So the thing was, you got paid, but you weren't insured. You didn't get benefits, no vacation, no pension, no 401k, no nothing. Pretty much, they pay you good. They give you a big chunk in prevailing wage, but you have to pay everything yourself. So if you need insurance, you have to pay it out of pocket. Everything else, or save up or whatnot. So I did that for a couple years. Once my apprenticeship ended, pretty much they don't help you no more. So you're getting paid pretty high, over the 20s, you know, 25, 20, close over 30, you know, at that time. And once that apprenticeship was over, it lasted like about 4 years. They don't help you no more. So the thing with non-union, you're not promised a certain wage. So I did painting. I started off doing industrial painting. Then I got hired on as an apprentice for commercial painting. Pretty big companies. One was Pecoraro. For the industrial one, it was Western Jocko. But yeah, after that, I did residential painting, paying you $10-11 an hour, minimum wage. So I'd hop on from job to job, because those jobs, the work doesn't last forever, so you have to jump back and forth. So it took me a long time to make ends. It was hard to make ends meet. I would work 2 jobs. Then I'd have my own side jobs, which was cool once in a while, but it's hard dealing with the clients. So I did that for about 7 years, you know what I mean? On and off, painting, until one day, you know, I kept thinking back to my dad. He was a union guy. He's like, yeah, it's good money. You get benefits, and it's just if you could get into another union. So one day I went to go get information at the Carpenters Union. They gave me a list. Here's the work list. Go look for work. So I did that for about a year. Till finally I got in the company I'm working right now as a framer. That's originally what I wanted to do. Luckily, and I'm still doing it. But in the meanwhile, I also the way I looked things at bigger. I didn't just want to be a worker. I mean, I still am, you know, I'm an employee. But I always said, okay, eventually I want to be a painting contractor. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my license, because I was getting my own side jobs. But once you learn the reality of business and what it involves, I said, I'd rather wait till I get my license. So I'm just going to keep working, because yeah, I got a couple, I did good, you know, nothing ever came out wrong, but there's laws involved, and you could get in trouble, or one day, si no te pagan, no te pagan. En realidad no puedes hacer nada. So I said, you know, I'm gonna slow my roll in this aspect, because I had a little crew, you know, but I paid them, but no, I let it go, because como te digo, si no te pagan, no te pagan, and there's laws involved. So then I got into the carpenters, and on and off in the meantime, also I would work with my suegro. He was he lifted a house's ground up. So on and off me iba con él. And all together, I said, you know what? I don't just want to get the painters now. I want to get the contractor's license, the general one, because I want to do everything. So on and off, you know, I'd go to school, I'd go to college, take my classes there to investigate. Because to be honest, yo no tenía mucha ayuda. Not everybody wants to teach you, and not everybody's gonna teach you. And a lot of the stuff I know, I learned it on my own. I'm not saying people don't help you, but they only help you to a certain limit or to the extent of what they know. After that, there's only so much you can do. So pretty much, como te digo, I learned everything, the majority or a good percentage on my own. I had to. Why? Because even in the carpenters union, I mean the company I'm on, there's competition. So you got to stay ahead of your game always. It's hard work. It's blood, sweat, tears. You get injured in construction. But right now, compared to the carpenters union, I'm a journeyman now. And non-union, I prefer. I'm a little bit happier because there's benefits. I got insurance. My family's insured. I get vacation pay. The company's pretty good. One of the biggest companies right now in the framing and union side. So I'm good, And in the meanwhile, like I said, I studied. I took classes at college and the classes at the contractor school. So I passed. It took me a long time. Since I was 18 to I was 31, basically. That's how long it took me to get my license. Why? Because like I said, I had to learn, and I'm barely starting. So I'm still not really in business. But I'm in business because I am working on one or two things right now on the side. Because I'm still an employee. I can't just let go of my job because I don't have enough to survive. But my company is Valencia Construction. General construction. So hopefully that takes me somewhere far. Basically what I want to get to is try to think better, try to think big, raza, gente, people, everyone. Try to think better, try to think big, because sometimes lo que yo he mirado is we get too comfortable. I'm an observer. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a rich man. I'm not trying to be rich. I'm just trying to pay my bills, own property. I mean, be able to pay my house and have money to have fun. You know what I mean? To take some vacations here and there. I don't want a mansion. I don't want Lamborghinis. I want to be able to fix my cars for sure and not worry about it every month. Not worry about my bills every month. That's what I want. And now if I make a lot of money, then I make a lot of money. And hopefully I could give back. That's what I tell God. If you give me, that's what I pray. If you give me money, then may I help. May it be enough to give back. Pero, we get too comfortable, and this we could go on another topic, but I observe. You know what I mean? And a lot of raza wants to stay, and they get too comfortable. I go to the hospitals. What do you see the raza doing? Think about it. Even if they're American, people born here in the U.S., raza, their parents might be immigrants, but the raza's born here. Go to a hospital. What do you see? Think about it. I'm not gonna mention it. Go to a school. Don't include the teachers, because there is raza out there, but I'm talking about as a majority. What do you see in the schools? What do you see the raza doing in the schools? Go to a stadium. What do you see the raza doing? You know what I mean? Think about it. We need to teach our kids. Sometimes as our parents, maybe they don't know English or whatnot. Maybe they don't have papers, and or their knowledge in education in school and literature is not to where it needs to be, and it's not their fault. But pay attention, listen, teach your children. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, I'm a little rough on my girl because I only have one little girl, but I don't have nobody else. So I try to teach her. I'm like, she's my only one. So I have to teach her how to be a little rough too, or toughen her up for when she gets into certain situations. But I also want to teach her not to think below an expectation. She can always better herself in any way without hurting or stepping on nobody's toes, without burning nobody. Because a lot of times us como la raza nos pisamos entre unos y otros, y hay que parar eso, hay que parar eso. Basically, I just this platform, I wanna be positive. You know what I mean? I wanna give my experiences and my knowledge. I don't have too much knowledge. Basically, my experiences and what I do know. I'm a carpenter. I like it. I have good times. Sometimes it's rough with the people. Hey, work ain't easy. I'm pretty sure you know how it is, even if you don't work in construction, but it's a little tough shout outs to all my gente doing construction. You know what I mean? Because you're in the field out there con puro hombre. You know what I mean? There's no women out there, so you get to feel the testosterone, and on top of that, all the sweat, all the strength you have to put up. Shout outs, shout outs to all my carpinteros. Like I said, I used to do non-union, and now I'm a union guy, so I got my experience and my points of views in that. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'd rather lay on the union side. I mean, even that's not promised. Construction ain't promised, but I want all my raza to try to think bigger and better. You know what I mean? Let's not step on our toes. Let's try to move up. Let's try to elevate as raza, as Americans, as Chicanos, whatever you want to call yourself, and help one another. And let's not look at other races like they're different than us, because at the end, we're all people. You know what I mean? And if you're living in this country, then you're in this country. You know what I mean? Pride is good. Cultura is good, but at the end, we're in a mix with different people. You know what I mean? Different people have different points of views, but at the end, everybody, let's try to elevate ourselves. These are hard times, tough times, confusing times. Right now, we got elections, and we also got the COVID, and we got a lot of riots and whatnot. But I like to pray to God and help us. I just want to send a shout out to all my gente again. Like and subscribe. All my carpinteros, pintores, enfermeros, enfermeras, doctores, doctoras, toda la gente echándole ganas. Hay que seguir echándole ganas para adelante, no que pisar para atrás. No que pisarnos uno al otro. Por favor, hay que echarle ganas a la vida. Primeramente Dios, todo va a estar bien. Cuídense mucho. Sideways. Keep tuned, and hopefully we build something up, and you guys go along on the ride with me. Sideways. Peace. Your boy Dwell. I'm out.